And good evening here on this Monday. Hope you are doing well. Hope you took our advice and made sure that you didn't let the Monday take hold of you, but that you took hold of the Monday. Dave in the AM here, aka Cornbread Man, coming to you with a MAGA report a little earlier. Seems to fit better in some days to be earlier. And we just came off of an audio podcast, our audio side of things. Hello, Killer Carl. How are you doing, my friend? Just killing it over there on the Rumble side. Y'all give Killer Carl a follow and a like, and go in there and buy that 55coffee.com Carl15 promo code. Matter of fact, a previous pot of coffee I had, I was finishing up I have a whole new container of the 55 ready to go, but I had another one that was open. I finished it off. Then I made some other coffee, but the 55coffee.com, you will want to have some of that in your supply. Hope Killer, hope you're having a great Monday. You probably got a live scheduled for tonight. Thanks for stopping by. We're coming in earlier. Hey, there's so much going on. Yes, the president's kicking butt, taking names. He says, you know what? If these people I hired won't get it done, I'll get it done. I think you could take President Trump and Tom Homan and maybe one other person and just run this thing. We don't need all them other suckers. Just fire them. Just let Tom Homan handle the legal end, and we'll get her done. My gosh, call in the National Guard and the Marines. Yes, we're going to get into that. Stephen Miller, yes. There you go. You're right. There's like a small list of names that we need, and we don't need any of these other nutcases, big talkers, just big talkers. I'm sorry. I'm done with them. I've been nice for far too long. I'm that guy. I like to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm kind of slow to come to a decision. When I do, though, I'm there. And I'm always ready to forgive and turn around. But in this case, you know what? The country's aflame. We know what's going on. And we got people that can't seem to, get out of their own press conference and get things done. And I don't care anymore. The heck with them. I like what I'm hearing from the president, from Tom Homan, Stephen Miller. Yes. There might be a couple of others there. But let's just run this thing. I tell you what, they can run it along with the National Guard, the Marines, and Border Patrol and everything else. Let's just do our job and we'll get this thing done. We got people begging to be arrested that I think should be arrested. Let's help them out. Let's give them what they wish. They won't do their job. They won't protect the city. They won't protect their people. They're harboring criminals. They're making threats. Let's just take them and lock them up. Newsom said, arrest me. I mean, basically gave a double dog dare you. Do it. I say give him his wish. I mean, I know it's for the theatrics. I know it's for the politics. I know he's trying to make an event. Let's perp walk him. You know what? I don't care if he's a governor or not. Do your job, bub. Defend the state. Defend it. Follow the laws of the land, including the federal laws. I mean, that's what y'all have all been crying about. Arrest them. I love it. I titled this we have an arresting situation in California. We got arrests that could be made. We got people begging to be arrested. I say do it. You never pull out the double dog dare you unless you're ready to suffer the consequences. Yeah, that's right, killer. That's right. That's what Newsom did. Karen Bass backed off a little bit. I'm not for destruction. I'm not for fires. I'm not for people being hurt. I'm for peaceful protest and following the Constitution. I think somebody whispered in her ear, you're fixing to do the walk. You're fixing to go down. But this guy, it's like the fresh fish, right? Fresh fish in Shawshank Redemption. I like to do this all the time. different characters. Do you think Newsom is one of the first to cry when he goes to jail? I think he is. He's trying to talk tough right now. That dude's balling. He's balling give him 30 minutes in a cell. This guy he'll be whimpering so loud the other prisoner will be telling him to shut up. Shut up, man. You dang right, Michael. It is a different situation when the Marines walk in. You dang right. Oh, I'd not only put the cuffs on him, I would tie his ankles and his wrists together as he's laying on his belly. He resisted. Before we could get him outside, he resisted. I'd carry him like they do, with the spit mask on. I'm going to talk about that too. The president's had enough of that crap. He's going to call Aunt Nancy and go, please help me. Trump's putting me in jail. You said you had my back. Come on. Broski Bear. Like I've been saying, the only countries that have no problem invading are Mexico and Cuba. Well, Tom Homan's talking about the cartels and, these people they're going after. Did you see Tom Homan? I'm sure you did. Because you are great Americans. You are great Americans. And I know you know this. But Tom Homan's he's just slaying these people. He's like, well, we got people involved with drugs and rape and murder. And, he's just bam, 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 bam. So he's like, these are bad people. Let's get them out of here. So you're defending them? He's just slaying them. And then I've said it. Go hit the cartels. I got no problem with it. I have no problem. If Mexico won't do it, hit them. I do not care anymore. Because I'm tired of seeing what's happening. I'm tired of the crap. I'm tired of the children dying. I'm just sick of it. You know why? It's a new day. It's a new sheriff in town. He said, by God, we're not going to take it. The new thing they do, Trump's ticked off about this whole spitting thing. He pretty much said, you're not going to spit on our officers and our Marines. I'm going to tell you what, some of these officers I know would like to handle it. Maybe they're not. I'm going to tell you what, there's no Marines going to take that. Try that, punks. Try to put the whole spit down on the Marines. Let's see what happens to you. There might be some officers get, the donut eaters. Oh, he spit on me. I got to follow the rules here. I'm not supposed to respond to that. Do that to a Marine and see how quick you go down. I'm drawing a line at spit. You spit in my face, you got what's coming to you. I get it. They can scream and holler. They can call names. They can do all that crap. They can flip birds. They can't throw freaking bricks, though. They can't burn down police cars. That's what these people are defending. Oh, yeah, there was, Michael. Absolutely. Maxine was trying to get the National Guard to do something to her, so they said she was just senile. Dang right. That's right, killer. You get it handed to you. Yeah, that's where we're at. It's like if you're not going to do your job, we're going to do it. And if you get in the way, because that's what he said. The reporter twisted words. Tom Homan slaying that reporter too. MSNB junk, who said, he said he was going to arrest him. He said, no, I said anybody's breaking the law. People are breaking the law. We're going to arrest them. So if he breaks the law, yeah. So go ahead, Newsom. Go ahead. Talk tough. Talk tough. I get to see the Marines surrounding the governor's mansion. Come out with your hands up. Or like the Saddam Hussein boys, Qusay and Uday or whatever their names were. We ain't coming out. Eat it, Americans. Okay. Where's that bazooka? Oh, there it is. One more chance. Oh, thanks. We just need to know. Boom. Killer says, you spit in my face. I'm smacking you down like a pimp smack his bee. You dang right. Spitting on someone, broski, is an assault. Yes, killer. That's bullcrap. Marines don't play patty cakes. They are hired local law enforcement. Dang right. Michael says one boy kicked a tear gas canister back at the police and then one shot the next one in his family jewels. I mean, as Joe Biden said, enough's enough. That's the one thing he said. Of course, he said it in the wrong way. That's the one thing he said the whole time he was in office that I agree with. Enough's enough. And it has been enough. And I've had enough. And Americans have had enough. We've had enough of the idiots that and sitting on some governors and mayors. I mean, why is Mayor Bass even there? Why is she a mayor? I mean, she's already shown that she is totally inept at doing her job. We have already shown she doesn't care about the citizens out of the country while the place is burning down. She doesn't care. But she's calling these people the Angelos. DEI Mayor Bass, yeah. A carrot. she's already shown. She's calling all those people Angelos, like they're citizens. No, they're not. They are not citizens. Get them the heck out of here. They don't belong here. And as Holman said, they're not coming after people that are obeying the law. They're coming after bad people. This is the people that are hurting the citizens and being supported by me and you, the taxpayer, while they do it. No, these people are going out. And I defy the judges to try to get in the way of this. That's another thing I'm ticked off about. Yes, we follow law, but we got judges that are telling the commander and freaking chief of America he can't do his job. No. I'm telling you, we're one step away from the Insurrection Act being enacted. I think the president's had enough. I tell you, he has had enough. He's not going to put up with this crap anymore, and I'm here for it. I'm popcorn in hand. I'm ready for it. Mr. President, do what you got to do. We've had enough. I love what the president said. This article in the Gateway Pundit. I love those guys at the Gateway Pundit, but the president, I just want to read the statement he said. If they spit, we will hit. By gosh, that's what you want to hear. Yes, if they spit, we will hit. He said the insurrectionists have a tendency to spit in the face of the National Guardsmen, women, and others. These patriots are told to accept this. It's just the way life runs, but not in the Trump administration. You hear that, Dan Bongino? You hear that, Kash Patel? I thought y'all were tough guys. Where's that kind of talk? He said, if they spit, we will hit, capital letters. And I promise you, they will be hit harder than they have ever been hit before. Such disrespect will not be tolerated. That's what I want to hear. That's the kind of talk. That's the kind of toughness I've been waiting on. And he won't sit on his rear end like Danny Bonbon has been doing and not getting done. I like this guy. I wanted him to do good. I would be there clapping for him and cheering him on, but he won't freaking do nothing. He just keeps talking smack, doing stupid press conferences. He keeps promising, but he never delivers. I'm sorry, dude. Go back to the radio. Go back to your podcast. There's podcasters better than you, dude. I mean, come on. They're ready to sign up to get the job done. It's horrible. Michael says the Supreme Court should see this as the end. Yes, I heard about that too, Broski Bear. The Mexican chick president is encouraging this. We should invade and set up a new government there. Well, I'm telling you what, I have no problem with hitting the cartels. Here a while back, I covered a story, which I honestly, I knew the drug part. I did not know that the cartels were in the fishing business. I didn't know they were collecting, they were overfishing. They were threatening regular fishermen. They were forcing people to fish or they would kill them. And they're overfishing and they're fishing and collecting things that are not supposed to be caught, things that are rare. And so they're, because that's just what they are anyway. So you would think that PETA, you would think that environmentalists, you would think that those that worship Mother Earth, you think that all those would be up in arms and go, we got to do something about these cartels. I mean, the drugs might not bother them, but because they're over harvesting and, hurting the environment and everything, which is they are. You think they'd be lined up to do something about it, but no, they just ignore it. Just let it go on. But let American citizen try to build something on his property, dig a ditch, build a new foundation, add on to his house, And here comes the officials. Oh, no, we can't let you do that. Oh, no, we got rules and regulations here. EPA, baby. We'll fine you. We'll pull you into jail. This is how ridiculous it's got. Just think, if the president was not where he's at right now, what would happen to this country already and just the time we've had? They were going to push it to the floor on this term. They absolutely were going to. Brodsky Bear. She's in bed with the cartels. Almost the entire government is. That's for sure. The Mexican president was telling them to protest the flags. Oh, that's another thing. You know, they're showing who they're supporting. I mean, they're flying all these other flags. You know, they got flag guy out there with his, riding around his bicycle, waving the flag. I mean, this is an attempted takeover of an American city. That's exactly what this is. It's a takeover. They're trying to form their own place. That if you let that happen, you might as well just let Killer Carl did a great job covering about those that are wanting Sharia law. And I forget the town, Killer, if you're still in here, throw it in there for me because I don't want to miss that. But we know there's a couple of places where they're trying this. What are we just going to let America turn into Europe? We're going to turn over LA to the cartels and illegals, and we're going to turn over other towns to Islamic terrorists and set up Sharia law. And our young girls are just going to be terrorized, and nobody's going to have any rights there. And there'll be public hangings for all of us. I mean, is that what we're going to allow to happen? Heck no. No. And so, these crybabies, I mean, just standing out there, these poor people. No, these poor people, they're crooks, they're criminals, they're fraud. These are the people that is terrorizing American citizens, and something needs to be done to them. Absolutely. Let's see here. Michael says, I've just seen where riders shot by rubber bullet, outraged as police refused to call them an ambulance. Mess around, find out. Minnesota, Michigan have towns where they played up. Well, they do. That's another, I say, put in the big, beautiful fence around California. That's another thing. There are towns, and I think this is what you're alluding to. By their definition, if you have their call to prayer, their whole structure has to be taller than the other structures anyway, by Islamic rule. And the call to prayer is 5 times a day, and it's very loud, and they try to say, well, you have church bells. We have this, but it is very disrupting to the citizenry in some areas. Now, there is a place in Chattanooga here that does this, but where it's at, I've never known of it to be a problem. But there are other areas of the country where it certainly has been a problem. And so we've just got so much going on. And I applaud. They're saying, oh, call off the troops, President. Call off the National Guard. Call off the Marines. We don't need them. This will all calm down. No, it won't. No, this is part of the problem. It's just uncovering the problem that we have. We have people in this country that are trying to take over streets, highways, interstates, burn down officials, structures, cars, hurt the officers. I mean, yeah. So the president has every right, I think, to do what he's probably fixing to have to do, unless things tap down really quick. I think he would do that. And you know what? They're so dumb, they're playing right into it anyway. And that's why some leftists are going, hey, calm down. Don't be doing that, because they know the president will do it. So, yes, broski, that's the metropolis I'm near. Hey, it's almost the third largest city in Tennessee. They were really close to Knoxville. I don't know if they've passed them yet. I don't live in Tennessee, but I'm close. But Knoxville and Chattanooga are very close. Of course, Memphis and Nashville outnumber significantly. But yes, the metropolis of Chattanooga. That's the closest, biggest city. Then after that, it would be Dalton, and of course in Georgia, Atlanta, which is a metropolis. Michael says, a supervisor at the mill we worked at went in the office and prayed all. Yeah, I did. that's true. A lot of people didn't know that, but that's true. Uh, Broski, you're up there near Charlotte, man. Bigger city. There's a big soccer match going on up in, I do get to say fun words like Chattahoochee. There's a big soccer match that Mexico, I think, is playing in Raleigh, North Carolina. I've got a guy that I work with. Him and his wife are going up to Raleigh to see this big soccer match. They leave either tonight or tomorrow to go up there. Broski's in South Charlotte. Is that like South LA or South Carolina? Is that a more rural side? Is that the rough side? Is that the nicer side? What's South Charlotte? Give me an idea. Yeah. So, he's not afraid to make and keep his word, and I like that. Yeah, when the Marines walk in there, there'll be a big soccer match. Dang right. You dang right. There is a sheriff in the LA area. He's one of the cities out there, suburb of LA, who is very upset about what they're doing there, and he's calling. He is all supporting of what the president is doing. I saw that article today as well. It's not rural. It's a nice part, though. I keep moving further south. It's very modern and clean here. It's thriving, booming. Well, that's good to know. As long as they keep it clean and take care of things and all that. The president also issued a warning to the riders during his press gaggle at the Morristown Municipal Airport, according to this article in the Gateway Pundit. And then he was going to go meet with his generals and admirals at Camp David. Don't that sound so good, nice? Some things you just got to pick up on it's the change, right? We have to notice it. Whenever they talked about Biden going to the Camp David, it was always Biden's going to spend time with his family and rest at Camp David, or he's going to Maryland, he's going to the beach. He's going to spend some time away from the offices, which is what he was always doing. President Trump, what does he do? He's going to Camp David to meet with generals. Yes, and admirals at Camp David. That's what I want to hear. It's not time to be sitting on a beach eating ice cream. It's time to be having meetings and getting ready to take care of the issues if they don't take care of them. So generals, notice that, generals and admirals. Yes, this ain't just about Middle East or Russia, Ukraine. No, we got a problem here in America. We got to have a meeting about that. That's what's going on. Yes, the command center, the war room. We're in a war. We're absolutely in a war as a nation. We're in a war inside of our own nation. We're in a war. And some people just say, I can't believe you're saying that. We need to come to peace and agreement. Well, when you bring it, you have to be met with superior force. You can't let these people just take over, and you get what you get. And that's just the way it is. Throw leaflets and say, listen, stand down or else. I don't care. Put it on bullhorns. The old Blues Brothers right through the streets. Attention, attention. This is the government of the United States. If you do not stand down, and I mean immediately, beware. Superior force is coming. You cannot win. You will not win. We will notify your families once we remove your bodies, if we can tell who you were. That's what's going to happen. I mean, the Marines ain't coming to play. This ain't a bridge tournament. They're not coming in there to be handing out suckers, community activists. Oh, Marines are here. Hey guys, we've got some suckers. We want to hear your grievances. We want to sit down and have a talk. a summit. That's a good word. We'll have a summit. We want to, how can we do our job better? And how can we serve you? And can we just all get along and sing songs? And if you could just put out some of the fires, that would help, and we'd really appreciate it. No. That's not the way the Marines come in. The Marines come in battle rattle. And you know what? For these idiots, these jacklegs, remember the ones that they got run over. I'm surprised it wasn't more. But the ones that got in front of the cars of ICE, blocking the cars, blocking the police. When the Marines come in, there's going to be tread marks over the top of them. That's not the way they roll. Marines don't stop in the middle of the street. So once it gets to that point, it's full on. And it'll be too late. I mean, he can't turn to, he knows the rules. He can't use the American military against U.S. citizens unless you invoke the Insurrection Act. Ding, ding, ding. You get some extra credit here, Gov. That's what's fixing to happen. And guess what? You're going to be locked up. Your state's going to be under lockdown, especially your city. But I got some good areas we don't have to fool with. But it's going to be under lockdown. You're going to come underneath a military rule, command and control. And we're going to go through and run this operation and get these people out. And we're going to remove some of you that refuse to do their job. We're going to arrest you, bring you up on charges of incite to riot and insurrection, whatever we can charge you with, Mr. Retribution. Yes, and we're going to see that you never rule. You don't ever have authority ever again. In fact, you're not going to see daylight for a while. And then we're going to get control of the city. We're going to clean it up, including some of the filth and stuff that's going on here. And we'll stay here as long as needed to keep it that way. That's what's going to happen. That's what the president's intended. He's had enough. And try spitting on our Marines and see what happens. Yeah, just try that. Just try that. My brother-in-law, he went to work one day at a prison. He thought, well, it's paying decent. One day. You know how they roll. Spit, throwing stuff at you, crap. And they already knew where he lived and threatened my sister. They figured this all out within a few hours. And people quit. They won't work there like that. Well, you got to take care of that. You have to go after that kind of thing and deal with it. But you know what? They might try that some places, but if they come to some places, it's not going to be good. I mean, they got people on the outside. Yeah, cruise on down there to such and such street. We want to threaten this guy. See how that goes for you. They may have just been talking, but that does happen. It absolutely does happen. And so Michael says, I have got the protest on. They've built back up. They do it in the evening and now so more people will be at home to watch. Well, sure. Well, they have to resupply the bricks too, I also talked about unmasking here. Unmasking 2025 style is the title of this show. And what I meant by that, and I was thinking about you remember when rock group Kiss unmasked? They painted faces. They unmasked. New guitar player, new look. We took the mask off. I want to unmask the people behind the power brokers. I want to unmask them people and see them perp walked. Who are the power players here? Who are the ones? Not. We'll take care of the rabble rousers, the ones out in the street. We'll take, but those are not the leaders. Those are not the ones that are out there making this happen. Who are the power brokers? Who are the ones that's making this happen and financing it? Who are the ones that's paying for the bricks to be delivered? Who are the ones that's making making things happen to keep the violence going? I want to see the unmasking of that. All the way back, however far it goes. And let's unmask that. Let's clean that up. That is the swamp. That is where we got to drain to. We got to get to those people because they're just going to keep doing it. I mean, about 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, and Bongino was there. Speaking of Bongino, remember that? They were at the event for President Trump or whatever. And it might be 4 years ago. But anyway, President Trump, anyway, they had to walk down the street to the hotel. And Bongino and his wife was accosted. People were being threatened. There was no protection for him, a lot of things. And boy, did he look scared. He sure did. In his same hotel he was staying at, in that same hotel, there were people there that were putting the hoods on everything. And they were there. They were staying in the hotel. It was being paid for. It was paid for. They were paid to be there. And you know this. You know as well as I do. They were paid to be violent, to threaten, to provoke, to spit, or not spit. They had masks on, but they were passing out papers. They were telling people how to protect themselves from the tear gas, the canisters, flash bombs, the whole deal. And they were ganging up on people and threatening them. Anybody that looked conservative or just looked like that they didn't want to, that they were there to cause trouble, they were there, paid to be there, and there was evidence of that, and they found that out. So, yeah, I want to see those people unmasked. I want to see those people exposed and then arrested for the violence that they have committed and continue to commit. Because you don't get to those people, it just keeps happening. Michael says they hide their face because of facial recognition. Sure, that's why it's best to jail every one of them. Yes. Hey, we got plenty of plastic hand ties and stuff. We'll just pull in the flatbed truck or whatever and tie them down to it and carry them out. 99% of the signs they made are by some company. They didn't just make them for this time. Yeah. So you're exactly right. This has continued to be a problem, and we know some of the groups now. Granted, some of their money has dried up. The work of Doge, some of that money through some of those organizations that they have stopped. There's no doubt that money was being used for some of these operations. So they have stopped that, or at least slowed it down. Not stopped it, but slowed it down. So there's some less money. Maybe they're on the budget. They got to get under budget. Terrorists, insurrectionists. On a budget. Yeah, you're right, broski. So many layered LLCs. Soros was sure. Yeah, why isn't this guy in jail? Seriously, why isn't he in jail? This guy has used his billions to poison the world. Why isn't the world come after him? Why haven't they locked him up and made him pay for the crimes that he's committed? Some people defend him. I don't. This guy is continually the fund master. He's the cash man to make sure that this stuff happens. And so, yeah, you're right. We need to get here. Absolutely. Let me run my Patriot Mobile commercial, and we'll be back and we'll finish up. We do have Mama Said tonight at 8 p.m. This show will run till 7-ish, and then we'll flip the shows around. Thanks, Killer Carl, for stopping in. Blessings on your show tonight. Hope things go well, and we appreciate your friendship and all the other Rumble creators and all of you who support us. You are awesome. I've got the same ad. Patriot Mobile sent me new ones today. They're and I'll have to get those flipped around and get those up. I'm trying to do that for the show. I didn't realize they'd sent that today. They have a new video. They have some new images and stuff that will every week this month. They're focusing on a new thing. And we'll get that up this week. Love those guys at Patriot Mobile. Use promo code Cornbread. You know what that is. And, hey, we got a Jeb and Bubba show almost ready to roll. Hoping to roll that tomorrow. We're hoping to roll that tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's the plan. We'll be back in just a minute. Hey, folks. Dave in the AM here for the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. Hey, we appreciate your support of the Southern Fried and all that it does. As you know, we recently partnered with Patriot Mobile. We could not be more excited to be a part of any affiliate. We love all our affiliates. Patriot Mobile is a cut above. They're so awesome and love America. And I tell you what, they've got some special recognition coming that we want to honor and give you, again, the information that you need to make the switch that will help yourself, help America, help a great company, and you help the Southern Fried. As Patriot Mobile, who loves the country, as As we all honor D-Day, we remember the extraordinary bravery of the American heroes who landed on Normandy's beaches to secure the freedoms that we enjoy today. Their courage echoes in the service of our military, veterans, and first responders. Patriot Mobile is proud to stand with those who protect our freedom. As America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, we do not only offer reliable nationwide coverage on all three major networks, but we also support veterans by donating a portion of every customer's bill to organizations like Folds of Honor, Tunnel to Towers, Soldier Strong, Carry the Load, Warrior Rising, and more. Switching is easy with our 100% U.S.-based customer service team. You can keep your phone, keep your number, or upgrade, and get connected right from the comfort of your own home. Every call you make supports those who have given so much for our country. Make the switch today. Use that promo code Cornbread, and you will be glad you did. You'll be supporting, again, a great American company. You'll be supporting the Southern Fried, and yes, our heroes. God bless the American soldier. God bless America. And yes, God bless you. Thank you so much. All right. Back. Let's continue the discussion. Yes, it'll be a night of mayhem in LA as more people come out to join in the activities and festivities. By the way, I was reading what's going on in here. It just reminds me, one of our missionaries, I don't want to name the place because I don't want to cause them any problems. I'm not going to name their name, but there is a lot of violence that is headed their way in this particular region. It is in Africa, and they're doing a great work. There's a lot of different entities that are involved here, terrorist nations, and they're doing a great work. But they have this thing they do every year where these people put on these costumes. It's like they're chasing away spirits, and they put on these demon masks. I mean, it looks like the goat's head. It looks very evil. And they go through the streets and they beat people up. They just jump on people. And for the churches, they go and they look into the windows, and they will come in and they will take these sticks and they would just beat people. It's a part of their ceremony. And it kind of reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of what we got going on. We got people that are, they're showing their true character. Even though these people use masks, these people are unmasked. They are showing who they are. It's being exposed every day. And they're walking through the streets and they're threatening good people. And, we have to stop this. We just have to stop it because I don't think anybody wants life in America to be going down that road. You can't you absolutely cannot allow this to happen. Thank you, Michael, for sending the link. Yeah, I see it. I'll pull that up on the break. But yeah, we can't allow people to just take over a country or a city or an area or whatever. And that's what's happening. And yes, we've had violence before, but this is on a different level. This is a whole new level of threat. And we must make sure that these threats cannot be followed up on. We must put this down. Now, peacefully would be the best route, yes, but these people don't want that. And so, as I said, you meet force with superior force, and you hit the worst of the worst, and you pull them out, and you tell the rest. Anybody else want to step up? Go home. It's over. If you don't leave now, you'll be the next ones we take in. And you're going to be charged with some serious crimes. You may never see the light of day again. And so, yeah. I mean, we have to stiffen this up. We cannot have people committing these kind of actions in our cities, stopping the flow of goods, burning down taxpayer paid vehicles, destroying people's businesses, terrorizing communities. No, it has to stop now. Or they will just embolden these people to do more and more and more. And like I said, go get the power brokers. Perp walk them too. And people get itchy when you start talking about stuff like this. But really going back to the previous administration of President Trump, it's not like this is something new. We're on the very precipice, and that's why Newsom and them brought it up, because they know, everybody knows the powers that a president has if they invoke certain things, and that gives them a lot of power over the country. And so if you do that, yeah, you lose. And you won't be able to stand it, because the ultimate goal of a responsibility of a president is to defend the Constitution of the United States and the people of these United States from threats from within and without. And under those guidelines, we have enough here that is growing and is getting more violent. We have a president who now understands that. And it gives him an open door to do exactly that. Now, it might be ugly for a little bit, but that will open the door for him to do some things that they say he can't do, because he will be able to do it. Yes, there will be more people that will try to rise up, but we've got enough force to take care of it. And I would hate to see it happen, but you can't be wishy-washy here. You got to let them know, stand down, or this is going to go to a level you don't want. I promise you. And that's what, I remember one time this woman about killed me and my buddy. She about ran us off the road. I mean, we did. It was bad. In fact, she ran off the road. She was sitting in the middle of the road, turning around as we come around a curve. I mean, it was ugly. I thought we was going to die that day. And he told her exactly what he thought about what she was doing. Like, what? Yeah, you're stupid. What were you doing? You can't do that. You're going to kill somebody. Well, I get it. 2 kids in the back, teenagers. They think, oh, he's not going to talk to our mom like that. They go to get out. And the guys it was behind us. So I would just have my ear turned. I couldn't quite see it. I could hear them. And all of a sudden my friend goes, oh, you want to step out? You want to go? Let's go. But you better think about it. And they sat back down. It wasn't, oh, don't do that. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get mad that we almost got killed because your mother doesn't know how to drive. No, it was not that. It was, you want to go? Let's go. But you better think about it, because I ain't playing. They sit back down. Some people will do that. I talk big. I really didn't want it. I thought we could act tough here, and I could win this situation. Oh, I'm out. This got much bigger than I thought it was going to. I'm out. Time out. I'm out. Then you're going to have those that say, yeah, I want to go. Let's go. Then those people, you say, okay, prepare to meet the end, because I'm going to win here. You're not going to win. You may cause me some harm. We just got a heavy rain. There may be more coming, but we definitely had a heavy rain. It hit. It's just sprinkling right now, but we are in the midst of some stormage. Well, as long as it's not the 80-mile sustained winds we had on Saturday, it'll be okay, But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to be a tornado or nothing like that. I can handle some thunder boomers and lightning and all that stuff, but I sure don't want to have 80-mile-an-hour winds, tornadoes, wind shear, downburst, you name it. I don't want none of that. I ain't down with that. I hope y'all had a great Monday. Yeah, there's a line of storms all the way past Knoxville. I see that. Coming up there in that North Carolina area, broski, you better watch out. Looks like there's a little line of storms behind it over in Mississippi. Jake, look out over there. I hear the thunder. The thunder rolls. That might have been a car. We have both. We have people that like to play loud with their cars, then we have storms. So sometimes in the studio, I can't make out which is which, especially with the headphones on. So I'm not sure. But yeah, MAGA report, baby. President ain't playing. 700 Marines coming in, about 2,000 National Guard troops. It's getting serious. It's absolutely getting serious. And Department of Homeland Security said the California officials must call off rioting mob. So yeah, get her done. Get her done. This was announced today. And that's what they're wanting these leaders to do. If they don't do it, then yeah, they're going to be in violation of a lot of things. So we'll see. But they said California politicians must call off their rioting mob. Federal law enforcement are working to protect and safeguard American citizens from criminal illegal aliens. Why is California's governor siding with foreign criminals? Love it. Holman put it best. I love his response. It was absolutely wonderful. Broski Bear, in Trump's big, beautiful bill, the BBB, and that's not the Better Business Bureau, there's a 3.5% charge for Mexicans sending money from the U.S. to Mexico. And that is true. Yeah, they generate a lot of money off of that. They sure do. So I heard a little bit about it, didn't hear the number. That's over $2 billion a year revenue for U.S. based on that tax. And I'm all in. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's another way we've been upside down in this for a long time. Yeah, when I do security, they're in there all day long. All day long, sending money. Now, there's some people trying to cash fake checks. Some people are putting money on different things for themselves, including the homeless. The homeless are really upscale now. You know it? Y'all know it, right? The homeless, man, they got the phones. They got the cash cards. They'll take cash, but you know what they say? Just send it to my cash app. They'll have the sign up, cash app name. Make it simple. You don't have to have cash. I can stand out here and you can support my habit of not being responsible in life, and you can use that. They'll take that money if their phone goes bad. They'll go collect that money, and then they'll get enough to buy them a phone, and then they'll tie back into their cash app. I see this all the time. They use the free Wi-Fi, not having to pay for Wi-Fi. They get food given to them. They get phones, tablets given to them, and living the dream, baby, I guess. I mean, I'm not mocking homeless. I'm just saying it's a different world. They got nicer, some of them have nicer phones than I have. They loaded down. They get a voucher for it. Somebody's paying for that, probably us. But I worked at the city library. There's one family, they finally got off the street, and thank goodness for it. They had a kid. But they come in, they had everything. They had the newest version of the phone. They had the newest version of tablet. They lived out by the interstate off the off ramp for a good while, but they finally got back on their feet. But he knew every place to get all that stuff. And that's the way these people are. They coach people. We got the NGOs that are getting rid of their identities. They're signing them up for all this freebie stuff. Anything they can find, get their hands on. They house them, feed them, clothe them, give them medicines, medical treatment, kids in school, you name it. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's just been a big flush you hear of the cost of that. And at the same time, you've got human trafficking, drugs. It's just horrible. And then violence on Americans, either through the drugs or just straight on violence, rape, murder, assault, thefts, break-ins, kidnappings, animal killings. Mr. James from up there in Ohio, the cats, depending on who it is. So this is the thing we're dealing with. This is, and when podcasters and press and whoever went to the border to try to talk to these people, they ran them off. They got more rights than we do. Crazy. And it makes me feel bad for the people that try to do it the right way. We need immigration. Absolutely. But we need the right kind. We need people that's going to come in and work, make the country better, bring ingenuity, skills. We need workers, and we need skilled workers, and we need people that will take every advantage, get an education if they ain't already got it, learn a great skill, and paying their taxes and support this country. But there's so much crap going on. NC Native. Hello, I hadn't seen you in a while. LA don't know how to act when the Bronze Lakers don't make the NBA Finals. Right on time again, brother. Right on time again. Because they said it was like, when a sports team wins. But in this case, they're flopping. They're flopping all over. They're mad. They're brawny. It's not working out. Sometimes my glasses play tricks with me, the glare and just looking through the progressive. And when I shouldn't say this, but when your comment first popped up, I glanced at it and I thought it said, LA don't know how to act when lesbians Lakers. I thought, what? Did he just say? Don't. And I thought, I don't know if I want to know what he said after don't. I said, what? Then I moved my glasses a little bit and I went, oh, I probably need to clean them right there. Time to burn an Uber. Oh, man. I love you guys and gals. Y'all are amazing. That's what makes all this so fun is being here with all of you. It is therapy. It is humor. I get everything. I get every kind of good thing you can need. You make me laugh. You get me fired up. It's like a roller coaster. I'm mad 1 minute, laughing the next. It's great. Well-placed humor is one of the greatest skills in the world. It's what makes a difference between those that make it and those that don't. It's like the guy Joey. Joey that sings on, Instagram? You know what I'm talking about. He's all over the place. Dances and sings. Joey Bro, whatever. Bless his heart. Hey, live your life. It's America. I don't care. But he's always always a little late. Like he's slightly off. Like you're really getting into the song, and it's like he doesn't know when to start singing, and so he's off for the whole song. It's like the timing is not there. He can't sing. Let's face it, he can't sing. If you know what I'm talking about, he cannot sing. But I can get in the music. He's playing the music, and he can't get real loud anyway. And so, but he starts late, and it drives me crazy. It's like you want to sing with him, at least cover up his voice. And it's like, dude, you're behind every time. Yes, I did see that. I sure did. Made mention of it. Thank you, sir, for that. Yeah, who paid for that? Who paid for that? Excuse me, we have a truck illegally parked on the street. It's got some bricks on it. I don't know where the driver's at, but he just left it there. I think people are unloading it, but it does. That's not a delivery spot. Some security guard. Excuse me, I'm not sure, but there's people unloading a truck. It's not where we usually have deliveries. What's on it? What's bricks? Just a lot of bricks. Maybe they're building something. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of a person one time where I worked. Bless their heart. I love them to death. But they called me. They said, the fire department's at the door. Should we let them in? We'd have a little flare up. Because the doors are electronic. And so I'm thinking, you called me? Why didn't you just, they're authorities. The fire department shows up with lights on, like, open the door. They just wanted somebody to tell them, oh, okay, I'll go open it. If ICE would seize those pallets, they would have something to throw back at the right. I'll match your brick. They're building 8. Yeah, they're building 8. Oh man, it's crazy. Who puts the order in for that? Was that Lowe's? Was that Home Depot? Junior's building materials like we have here. Who puts the order in? We need a flatbed full of brick. We'll pay you electronically through an LLC. Our driver, we need you to deliver it to the corner of such and such street and such street, and you can just drop it off. We'll unload it. No questions. Sure, we'll have it there. If they've been collecting the bricks and blocks for a long time, they can do nice there. Oh. Remember the driver of that thing? Who's driving the truck? Calls into dispatch. Hey, I got this order for the bricks. I don't know what to do here. This is near that area where they're kind of protesting. They get mad. It's like one street over. So I don't know. Maybe I got turned around. I'm not sure. This is the address, though, they said. Oh, yeah, the orders is just to drop it right there on the corner of the street, and we'll come back and get it later. Okay. Touche. That's right. Won't go there. I can't believe they haven't tracked down the bricks and blocks orders. Yeah, how do you hide that? How do you not find that? Just amazing. What happened to good police work? We're still trying to figure out who placed a pipe bomb, right? Come on. What is going on? Unmask the power brokers. We got to get those guys and gals unmasked. Hey, I love y'all. We'll be back on at 8 for Mama Said. I hope y'all can join us. Be joined with Rob. Yeah, yo, I need some brick homes. And we still don't. Oh, well, Daddy Bonbons, Patel. Oh, definitely a suicide. Take our word for it. Hey, I know it's a suicide when I've seen it. I've seen the evidence, right? Right? We saw that, right? Yeah, suicide. Pelosi and Schiff and Harris probably bought them. Yeah, we get down on petty cash. one last thing I'll say. It may have been totally coincidental. But how in the world? Her husband, Pelosi's husband, he's been involved with some weird crap. Weird crap. I still don't buy the whole story. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Y'all buy that? Y'all buy that story? Dude come in with a hammer? I ain't buying it. There's something stinky about that story. But people just move on. Oh, yeah. This crazy guy just shows up in an area like that, breaks in. They're in their underwear. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, we just believe that. Yeah. Americans will believe it. Just lay it out there. That's what I'm saying, Mike. I ain't buying that story the way they told it. Not doing it. Not stupid. Hey, we parents, man. We show up. We know something ain't right. What's going on here? We notice when something slightly moves. We notice when there's something weird going on. Our little antennas go off, and we're like, oh no, that's how you protect your daughters. Yeah. No. Let me make another check into the bedroom. Let me make another check on where they're at. We know how to do. Come on. We're not stupid. Our spidey senses won't accept that story. They won't accept the Epstein story either. Sorry, Danny. Sorry, Bongino. I used to love you, but now I can't take you. Come on, man. You got to redeem yourself. You need a home run. Bongino needs a home run. He needs a Hail Mary. It still will be wrong, but if he could pull the Hail Mary out, because that's where we're at. It's fourth quarter. It's deep in the game. Time is running out. And we need touchdown from Bongino and Patel. I don't know who's the quarterback. I don't know who's the receiver. But we're running out of time. Clock's ticking down. We need to get this. We got to win here, man. Got to call your best play. I'm not seeing it right now. The offense is sputtered. Nothing been happening. Y'all come in on great fanfare. You're the high draft pick. We need to see it, or you're going to get cut. You're going back to North Dakota or state or wherever you came from. But we bought a bill of goods. We recruited you. We thought it was great. It's not happening. All right, fellers and ladies and everybody else. Let me run a little bit of music here. We'll go out, and we'll see you on Mama Said. I need a little time to flip things around, and we appreciate you. Take care.